Today, I will be talking to you about the decline in biodiversity over the years and why it has become a problem. This is the Philippine eagle. It can be recognized by its blue-gray eyes, its white underside, its yellow legs, and its brown feathers that look like lion's mane. As the name suggests, the Philippine eagle can be found all over the Philippines, such as here, here, and here. Nowadays, the Philippine eagle is in danger of being extinct, which would make it rare for anyone to see its beauty. Now we're going to talk about the distinction between extinct and endangered species. Extinct species have no more individuals left in their natural habitat. Examples of extinct species are the Spix's macaw and the West African black rhinoceros. On the other hand, endangered species are, in danger of being extinct, but they still have a small amount of individuals in their natural habitats. Such include the polar bear, the flamingo, and of course, the Philippine eagle. When species become extinct, it leads to the loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of plants and animals that populate the earth, including us humans. Experts from the UK suggest a 15% decline in global vertebrate biodiversity between 1970 and 2012. Without action, further decline of biodiversity will lead to unwanted consequences. I will be discussing the importance of biodiversity and what human activities contributes to its loss. I will also be discussing the many solutions being thought of by organizations that are looking to protect and conserve biodiversity. Let's start with why biodiversity is important. The many plants and animals of biodiversity gives us much value for resources such as food, shelter, and fuel. But more importantly, biodiversity has an intrinsic value which makes it our moral responsibility to conserve it. Although extinction can happen naturally, human activities are estimated to increase the natural rate by 100 or even 1,000 times more. Such of these human activities include irresponsible deforestation, hunting, mining, and industrialization. The consequences of these activities include loss of habitat, pollution and climate change, and even extinction and death of more species. There is currently a massive movement to help conserve global biodiversity. The Convention on Biological Diversity, or CBD for short, was joined by 195 countries. Its aim is to observe biological trends and use that data to inform policymakers and help them make their decisions. The Rio Earth Summit of 1992 was when countries banded together for the first time to commit themselves to the preservation of global biodiversity. Organizations like the CBD hold policymakers to their commitment on the conservation of biodiversity. This includes the increase in protected areas where wildlife can live in their natural habitats without the fear of being caged or hunted excessively. And there is also the promotion of sustainable farming and fishing to help reduce the risk of deforestation and overfishing. Finally, there's the protection and breeding of endangered species, such as the Philippine eagle, to help them repopulate. Biodiversity is still declining, and the United Nations and the CBD have acknowledged that they failed to flatten the curve by 2020. This proves that higher ambitions and greater priority is needed for biodiversity to go up again. In the 2020 summit of the CBD, there are plans to fully recover biodiversity by 2050. I hope that this talk will enlighten you on the problem of declining biodiversity. We can do a lot by spreading true information and being aware, showing care by visiting and donating wildlife sanctuaries and conservation organizations, and taking action by joining community cleanup drives and being responsible with our own lives, such as caring for the environment and supporting local agricultural sustainable products. I hope this talk made us all a little more aware about how our actions affect biodiversity. As humans, we are responsible for the loss of biodiversity, which means it is also our responsibility to help it recover. With our combined effort, we can keep the remaining biodiversity safe and conserved. Thank you for listening, and remember, every small action counts, so let's conserve biodiversity.